Hello, everyone. I'm Antoinette Eastman, and welcome to my podcast. This is a new podcast that I'm starting, and it's going to be all about anime reviews. Mostly my favorite, but if you guys make suggestions, I can give the others a look. So, I'm going to start out with one of the crappiest anime I've ever seen. It is called Trump versus the Illuminati. Yes, they came up with that crap. I saw that. I was like, the audacity of this crap to show up on my streaming service. I'm like, we the people do not need it. We did not ask for that. Why are you doing this to us? But I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch it, because, like, how bad can this be? And it was bad. It was terrible. There were some moments of, like, they really came up with that shit. Unbelievable. So, it started out in the year 2040. And I was like, what the hell? I'm like, okay, let's see where this goes. So apparently in 2040, everyone, maybe I think the human race is out, supposedly, I guess. And the world is being run by the Illuminati. And at the time they were building this advanced robot of Trump, I'm like, nigga, of all the people you could build an advanced robot off, y'all choose Trump? Oh my God. And it continues that this nigga escaped the facility that he was in and got off in a spaceship, and it crash landed into Mars, and he was there for 1,000 years. And I'm like, so it did get worse. Okay. And then they, like, transitioned over to an alien and an Egyptian god cat, Anubis cat. And I'm like, okay, it is still getting interesting. I'm not gonna give up. So the alien name is Lucifer. And I'm like, hell no. These people really trying. And I'm like, okay. And Lucifer, he summoned the Anubis god. And Lucifer is supposed to be like the head of the Illuminati. And what bugged me was when the Egyptian god was telling him that there is a prophecy about Trump. And I'm like, damn, you made this a prophecy? Of all the things the writers could have come up with, a prophecy? Like, if you hadn't irritated my soul before, it is irritated now. I'm like, let me just check how long this show is gonna be. And it was like an hour long. I'm like, I am not gonna make it an hour. I really am not. But I'm gonna try. The show kind of reminded me of the movie of I think is John Wong, what's his name? That Korean president, where they threw some shady shit at that man's character. and a little bit of Robot Chicken. All the anime people, you have to know about Robot Chicken. It was a little bit like that. All the things that needed to be canceled was all summed up in it. So they went back to this crash land on Mars where he met this other alien who's on his side. And then I guess they were asking him about all the rumors about the model touching, and I'm like, they did not just say that. He was like, oh yeah, I touched her. I was like, oh my god. And I'm like, okay. And then she started to tell him about the prophecy. And he said the same thing that I was thinking, like, I don't care about no damn prophecy. I really don't. And she just couldn't get him on his side because, of course, his character is the asshole that he is now. And then they went back to the Illuminati. I'm like, and I just kept looking at my watch like, I'm just going to hold out for a little longer just to see. Just a little bit. You know what? I think I'm going to just make this like a very short podcast, you know, because I don't want to be too long on this topic. So it ended up that they send a recon team to Mars because they ended up scouting, putting out an APBA looking for Trump. And I'm like, I guess it kind of runs now. They have an AP. They are doing his court case now, so I guess they're kind of matching the times in a little bit. So he ended up defeating the recon team. And y'all remember I mentioned the Robot Chicken? You guys remember the Ken doll, Barbie doll? That was what the Trump fight was. A Ken doll moment. And I'm like, if this is not the poorest made film, like, it just looked like, how do I describe the film? It was like the broke ass. A broke ass film, yes, a very broke ass film. Like, there was no budget into this film at all. The way I seen it made, it couldn't be. The content, yeah, a little bit, but there's no way they could have put money into making that. So I saw the little doll fight that they had, and I'm like, still looking at my clock, like, I'm gonna give this a little 5 more minutes before I clock out because I cannot. But what really got me to clock out of that movie so fast was when the head Illuminati landed and he confronted Trump, and I thought it was gonna be like another fight. And this fool started to square dance, and I'm like, hell, life is too short for me to continue to watch this. And I was like, no, not today. God did not give me my life to waste it on this show, and I am not going to. So that was it for me, and that was like a wasted 20 minutes of my life. I guess there were some parts that was okay, but I just felt like, no. Why did you do this? So, and that's it for this trashy show. I'm gonna do for my next upcoming podcast a nice anime that I fell in love with. It's called Shadow? Was it Shadows? I haven't watched it in a while. I need to go and rewatch it. I'm gonna check the title. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank. Shadow's House. That's what it is. Shadow's House. I believe they have 2 seasons. Kind of like one full season, and the second season they didn't finish it. I'm not sure why. Because I loved it, you know? And I'm hoping the writer comes back, you know, and finishes thing, because it's a really good show. So, if you like my content, just come back and listen to Shadow's House, and I'll have something great for you to listen to this time. Alright? Well, this was a really short podcast, so thank you for listening, and I hope you guys come back to my podcast again. Bye!